Hello everyone, I hope everyone can hear me okay. We're live, I'm so happy that we're live again. And Loki might be a bit nervous or screechy, and that's just because she wants food as usual. Hi Jade, I'm so glad you're here. Yay! Loki might fly away and we're gonna let her, but we're gonna take her back in the live stream if, you know, she is absent for too long, because we do want to keep this live stream interesting. And she's a bit focused on Robert because he just got home. He went to a funeral. Pas op, hè? And she thinks that he is going to give her food. Yeah, we're doing amazing, Jade. Thank you so much. Come on. She does not want to leave you because she thinks you have the food. Watch out when you open doors and stuff. Yeah. She's back to you.
Oh, Looky.
Looky! Wait a sec. So yeah, like I said, she wants food. I might just adjust the camera a little bit, like this. It just fell. I hope this is okay. I'm gonna adjust the wire. It might fall. Don't be scared. Okay. Yeah. Ooh, no, come back. Come back. What's wrong? You want food, I know. I might let her fly freely in just a few minutes, but Robert is going everywhere inside the house and I don't know which doors are open and which aren't, so. Jade. Hi, Sophia. Hi, Gizmo's mom. Lucky is so active. That's good. You're looking into the camera. Thank you. That's good. Guys, excuse the greasy hair. I just showered, and before I went into the shower, I was like, no, my hair is not that greasy. I can pull it off. And then after the shower, I combed it, and I was like, oh my God, you can bake French fries in this hair. So yeah. Hi, Chris. Thank you for spreading the love. I was so glad when I read your comment. Gizmo's mom says, Gizmo is watching me. Yeah, Lucky does that too, with me often. I'm just gonna try to make this view a bit better. Yeah. I feel like there's too much space above us. Hi, CS Burm Live. Welcome to the live stream. Lucky is watching us like, when is the food coming? She thinks if I call her now, she is going to come, but I don't want to do that because that would be tricking her. And I don't want to, give her the impression that I'm teasing her. It's a quarter to 2 o'clock in the afternoon here in Belgium. It's surprising how many people can come live now, because I was wondering if it would be nighttime in the US and the UK now. I have no clue. Hi, Craig, I'm so glad you can join us. I'm doing really well. How are you? Jayash, hi, good morning. I'm so glad y'all can join us. I'm gonna try to do more of these live streams because I know you guys love them, but I'm always afraid to announce them because I don't want to let you guys down. And yeah, I feel like most YouTubers, they plan their videos. They have a banner on their YouTube. Yeah, no, that's not a chicken. Those are my fingers. My fingers. Most YouTubers have a banner on their YouTube channel saying videos every Tuesday and Thursday, for example. And yeah, I am afraid to do that because I don't know if it's possible to do that. I do not consider this a full-time job. So yeah, and live streaming can be pretty stressful. So I don't know. I'm always afraid to announce them because I don't want to let you guys down. Oh, in where Roger lives, it's 7:48 p.m. No, a.m. Oh, that's early. Ooh, and she's off. Yeah, I did not prepare this live stream, so if you guys have any questions, you can ask them. But not the same questions you asked for the Q&A, because I have recorded my Q&A yesterday, and now I just have to edit it, and it will be up in the following days. Might be tomorrow or the day after that. Depends on how much time I have to edit it. Oh, Hanji, that's great. I love that you guys are so flexible with me. Yeah, I really appreciate that. Chris says, I had an awesome day with my chibi, my owl yesterday. He is flying to my glove outside on command without using any food as a reward. That's so cool, Chris. But I am wondering if I mean, it is a good thing, but the thing is, your owl still thinks it's gonna get food, and I try not to do this too often with Lucky because they might consider it as teasing. So if you do it too much, they can make a link in their brain like, oh, when my owner calls me, I'm not gonna get food. He or she is always teasing me. So I think it could also be a bad thing, but I'm not sure. Kijani wants to say, says, hello, just wanted to say I love your channel and you seem like an awesome person and an epic pair. Aww, thank you so much. Gizmo's mom says, does Lucky eat 2 chicks in one session? How long do you give her to eat them? Oh, good question. But where is she? Lucky! Lucky! At least stay in the camera area, if you will. People want to watch you, not me. So, good question. I always give her 2 chicks at once, but she almost never eats them at once. She starts eating one, and then when she feels like it, she just eats the second one. And that's if I don't fly her, of course. And I give her, like, if I give the chickens in the morning, if the next morning she would still not have eaten them, I would take them away. But she usually always eats everything unless I am bringing her to her full weight. Because when you bring your owl to its full weight, you will keep upping the food. You'll keep giving it more and more food until it doesn't touch the food anymore, and then you know it's at its full weight. So in those situations, I just give her a day. I give her the time it takes for the 1-day-old chick to go bad. You know, that's just it. You do not want your owl to get E. coli or salmonella or something. So when I'm not bringing her to her full weight, I don't even check because I know she's gonna eat everything. But if I give the chicks at night, I would check in the morning, and if I give them in the morning, maybe I would check by evening or the next morning. As long as you don't leave the chicks for so long that they can create bacteria and stuff, it's okay. But to answer your question, Lucky almost never eats the 2 chicks right after each other. She eats one, and the second can lay there for an hour or 2 hours or even a couple of hours, but that's okay. Chris Davis says he gets food after a couple of flights. He gets full easily and then won't fly anymore. Oh, that's a really good technique. Yeah, I totally approve of that. Not that you need my approval, by the way, but just saying. JH says, what Luki want to do now? I don't know. She is waiting for food. What she wants to do now is eat. Chris says, he's the most difficult bird I've ever trained. Takes a lot of patience. Sometimes he just stares at me and won't fly at all when he's full. Yeah, that might mean he's too high in weight. So I would recommend you to weigh him every day and slowly lower his weight. And you'll notice that he will start coming to you faster and faster, like, whoa, what was that? That was Robert tearing down our house. And Lookie's like, what was that? She feels threatened. Oh, poor Lookie, look. Defense mode. She's like, what is above me? Oh, it's kind of cool that we're capturing this on live stream. Hey, Cupid Gaming. Oh, that's so cool. Cupid Gaming has been here when I had about 5,000 subscribers. It's funny, I have never been like, oh, I need to get to this amount of subscribers, but now I'm kind of getting into the YouTube thing, you know? But you have to have a lot of subscribers before you can get your first YouTube award. I think it's about 100,000 subscribers. And I know I'll get there, but it's like, whoa, that's a lot. Calling Splash 4 says, I've had my barn owl for just over a year now. I got lots of information from your channel. She now free flies in the garden. Oh, that's really cool. I'm glad my channel helped you. Chris says, do you always feed chicks or do you offer different options? Chips was raised on rats and now I offer chicks as a treat sometimes and he seems to enjoy having something different. Well, I raised Lucky feeding her mice, baby rats, and then one-day-old chicks in addition to that. And the moment Lucky was adult, I switched it up and I now mainly give one-day-old chicks and then mice and rats in addition. During the winter because it's power food. I don't recommend you giving mice and rats to your owls all year long because at least this is what I've learned in falconry training, that they contain so much vitamins and protein that it's too much for an owl in captivity. They don't need it when they are in captivity because they don't, like, their life is not as hard as it would be in nature. In nature, they are in the cold, in the rain, they have a lot of stress, they have to work harder for their food, and in captivity, it's just not the case. And you can actually overdo it by giving them mice every day. So I would recommend switching to one-day-old chicks, and not giving the yolk of the one-day-old chick every day, but a few times a week you could do it because apparently it's bad for their liver, but there's also a lot of nutrition in it. So yeah, you just gotta switch it up. And then during the winter you can give some mice, rats, even guinea pigs occasionally to give them a little vitamin boost, you know, like we would take a vitamin pill on occasion during the winter because we know we get less sunlight and stuff like that. Gizmo's mom says, if you leave food for a few hours, won't they have issues with food on top of pellets? That's a good question. No, they won't, because it's instinct. If Lucky needs to throw a pellet, she can be hungry AF. She will not eat even if I give her 2 one-day-old chicks or mice or rats. I actually captured this during my last live stream. I filmed her, so the live stream was all about her. I wasn't in it. And I filmed her eating 2 1-day-old chicks. And the funny part was, she started eating one. No, she didn't start eating. I think she didn't even touch the first chick. And I was like, what is this about? She's obviously hungry, but she's not eating. And then a few minutes into the live stream, she threw a pellet. And then she started eating. And this is just natural behavior. Your owl will instinctively know that it can't eat if it hasn't casted all of its pellets. At least when it's adult, because when it's a baby owl, yeah, this can go wrong. That's why you learn in falconry training that you can only feed your owlet when it has casted a pellet or even two. Of course, this is only when your owl is more than 21 days old, because y'all know that young owls aren't able to cast pellets before they are 21 days old, which is why you cannot she's looking for the food on the glove, which is why you cannot feed your owlet bones and hair before it's 21 days old. So Gizmo is adult, right? So you don't have to worry about the pellets. Gizmo will not touch his food before he has casted a pellet. Go watch my previous live stream if you want to see what it looks like when your owl is hungry but doesn't want to eat because it still hasn't casted a pellet. It's really interesting, to be honest. So yeah, it can happen that your owl is screeching for food. Oh, she's staring up. She's staring up at the show. Looky. It can happen that your owl is screeching for food, and then you give it food and it doesn't touch the food and it keeps on screeching. And that's a sign that it needs to cast a pellet. The first time this happened to me, I was like, what's going on? Is she sick? But I knew she wasn't sick because sick owls don't screech that much. So yeah, I hope I learned you guys something awesome right now. Jade says, I want to start my own channel for dinosaur related stuff and reviewing my drawings. Yeah, that's cool. Please do so. Cookie, stop tearing up the tissues. She landed on a box. And yeah, she's all over the place. Doesn't matter. Please do so. And maybe one of a few followers of mine will follow you too. Cupid Gaming says, I love your channel. I am sorry if I spam, by the way. I am 14 years old and I have pet birds. Your free flight videos helped me. And now my budgie is free flying. Weird, right? You are so helpful. Ah, that makes me really happy. That's why I've created this channel. So yay. Chris says, awesome, thanks. Do you offer grit for Lucky? Recently, I've noticed my owl eats his own grit from the yard when he's outside. From what I've read, the grit or small rocks help the digestion process. Lucky does not do this, and I don't recommend it, but yeah, that could be the case. Now I've learned something new. As long as it's all natural, because I don't know what you mean with grit. If it's something biological, then I would say, yeah, if she does it naturally, then that's okay. But I wouldn't offer it to your owl, but yeah, if it happens and it doesn't get sick, it's fine. Gizmo's mom asks, what age is classed as adult? For a barn owls are physically adults after about 4 months, but mentally or sexually, they are only adult after, I think, 1 year. Could be 2, but I think 1. JH says, Lucky is so sweet and cute, I like her so much. Aww, Lucky says, thank you. She's looking for things to eat, like paper and tissues and stuff. Maybe I should point the camera towards her and just answer your questions like that. I'll try to point the camera at her. Oh my god. This is hard. I hope the camera doesn't fall. Calling splash forces. I've heard before that owls have been raised in captivity. That have been raised in captivity can't hunt, but my owl Joey caught a rat in her pen once. Oh, that is cool. I'm not saying it can't happen, especially if they're hungry. But I wouldn't risk it. So yeah. Like there's a difference between your owl catching something once and actually surviving in the wild, if you know what I mean. Cupid Gaming says, barn owls are super loud. LOL, how do you get used to their screeching? I guess owning one for years can get you used to loud noises. Well, actually, I'm highly sensitive, so loud noises are not so pleasant for me. But to be honest, it's something you never get used to. But when your owl becomes really screechy, if you're keeping it inside, sorry, my nose always starts to itch when I live stream, don't know why. If you are keeping your owl inside and it gets screechy, the way I taught Lucky to not do that anymore is by every time I got home from work, she started to screech because she associated me with food. So every time she started screeching, I just put her in a separate room. And when I did that, after a few minutes, she stopped screeching. When she stopped, I rewarded her by putting her back into the living room, and then she started screeching again. So I put her back in a separate room. And I continued doing that for 2 to 3 weeks, I think, and then she learned that screeching was not appreciated. Not to say that she never screeched. Some screeching is normal, but if it's really exaggerated, you do have to do something about it because it means that it's kind of a behavioral problem, if you know what I mean. So you do need to do something with that. So yeah, that's a technique I used. And of course, they're always going to screech when they're hungry, so giving them food would definitely help. But don't spoil your owl and give it food every time it screeches. It needs to get food when you decide to give it food, so I hope this helps. Cupid Gaming, when I get some money, I'm going to donate you to you. You deserve it. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. You don't have to, but of course, every donation is always appreciated. Gizmo's mom says, my breeder said offering small stones in the chicks, it helps to clean their tummy out. Yeah, it's definitely the case for humans, but I honestly don't know if it's the case for owls. And if your mom is saying this because she's like, well, it's the case for humans, so it must be good for owls as well, then I would definitely say, no. Never think like that, because avocados are good for humans, but not so much for owls, you know what I mean? But yeah, it could definitely be true. I'll try to do some research on it, but right now I can't say if it's true or not. Could be. Cupid Gaming says budgies are mature at 4 months sexually. Oh, that's cool. Chris says he just picks and eats small stones on his own. I started reading about it and it's a natural behavior. Maybe barn owls don't do it as much, but great horned owls seem to eat grit almost daily. Okay, that's cool. And thanks for answering all the comments. You're the best and it's so cool to talk to you. Oh my god, like my ego right now is like, oh, I'm so amazing. Cupid Gaming, owls are such great, graceful flyers. They fly so fast. Yeah, totally. Gizmo's mom says Gizmo screeches when hungry and when tired, rarely at other times. He does make lots of cute noises. The cute noises are a really good sign. It means your owl is happy, you have a bond with it. That's really good. And it amazes me that Gizmo screeches when he's tired, because when Lookie's tired, she just becomes a giant fluff ball, just sits on her perch. I don't know why I am acting like a dog right now. This is just how I imagine Lookie to feel. And she's just like all fluffy, and then she's like, I'm just going. Laughing at myself. I'm just going to take a nice nap. I love the fact that it's so warm in the living room right now. I feel so nappy. That's what she acts like. She doesn't screech when she's tired. So, but every owl is different, of course. Calling Splash 4 says, if it helps, my owl is on average 12 ounces, and I give her one and a half chicks a day. The thing is, well, it's not bad advice, but the thing is, every owl is different. That's why you need to weigh your owl every day to track its weight. There's not a specific feeding schedule for every single owl. You need to develop a specific feeding schedule. I knew this was going to happen for your owl by weighing it every day. Gizmo's mom says, does Lookie preen you on a regular basis? Yeah, well, yes, she does preen me if I'm cuddling with her, and if she's on my shoulder, if she's on my shoulder for a longer time, she will always start to preen me. LMF Vlog says, my owl chatters a lot, but never screeches for food, but I have always kept her well fed and not taught her to screech for food. That's really good. I only have one little remark. If your owl never screeches for food, yes, I'm definitely gonna give you credit for the well raising of your owl, if you know what I mean. But it also means that your owl is always at its full weight. So it's not only the fact that you raised her or him well. The thing is, if it's always full, it could lead to some trouble, because barn owls, or just owls in general. Oh my god, thank you, Dark Magic. I'm gonna thank you further in just a minute. I'm just first gonna answer the comment of LMF Vlog. The thing is, barn owls in captivity tend to get bumblefoot more easily than barn owls in the wild, or just owls in general, actually. And this is because owls in the wild are never at their full weight, or almost never, because life in the wild is just too hard. Mice are scarce sometimes. And bumblefoot, your owl gets bumblefoot when it's too heavy, and it's always or almost always sitting on a perch. So the weight on its feet can cause it to get sores underneath their feet, and then it gets infected, and yeah, that's how they get bumblefoot, which is a really serious disease. So I would say to LMF Vlog, watch out with that. It's not good for your owl to always be at its full weight. But I don't mean this in a negative way. I'm not saying that you're a bad owl owner. I just want to mention it to warn you about the risks. So yeah, I hope that helps. Now to Dark Magic. Thank you so much for the donation. I'm so grateful. And Dark Magic says, I've been watching your videos of Lookie. She was baby owl. You raised her very well, and well done. Thumbs up for you. Peace. Thank you so much. I'm glad my channel helps people. Kevin Haynes says, hoot hoot. Right back at you. My nose, why does it keep itching? It never does this when I don't do live streams. Gizmo's mom says, someone advised that fasting them for 1 day a week is a good idea. Is this true? Yes, it's a good idea. especially if you are doing flying demonstrations with your owl, then it's a good idea because if you fast them before the day before you do the demonstration, you are very likely to have a very successful demonstration. Um, Plus, also, you're kind of um, you're kind of faking nature. You're kind of recreating a natural situation for your owl, and that's always good. So fasting them for 1 day a week is a good thing, definitely. Cupid Gaming has to go. Okay, talk to you later. Have a nice day. We're already live for 30 minutes. Yay! Stay safe and have a great day. Yeah, you too. And Lucky is screeching. Okay. Just waiting for more talk or more questions because I have not prepared this live stream. Chris says about Bumblefoot, I've started using artificial turf, AstroTurf, great on the perches and stumps. It keeps his feet very clean and helps prevent sores on his feet. Falconers seem to use this a lot also. Totally true, Chris. I am a fan of AstroTurf. I used to have an AstroTurf mat, and I always put Loki's perch on the mat, but I didn't have this high pressure cleaner, so it was a lot of work to clean. I always cleaned it in the shower, but oh my god, Dark Magic, you're too kind. Thank you so much again. Are you going? Because you're saying, here you go and take care. Jade says, random thing, I am ironing my clothes while listening to the live stream. I love to do this sometimes. Oh, that's awesome. I never iron. I'm wearing this wrinkly shirt. I think my nickname could be Wrinkles or Wrinkly shirt or something. Because ironing is I feel like it's such a waste of life. You iron your clothes and then after 1 minute that you wear them, they're wrinkly again. So I only iron stuff when I have to, when it's socially recommended or something. CS Burn Live says, when my barn owl eats her chicks, is it the heart that is left or liver? Oh, I don't know. I've never seen your barn owl eat. What Lucky tends to do, Lucky does this sometimes as well. She will rip open the one-day-old chick and she'll pick out some organs, and I don't remember, she either eats them first or she leaves them for last because she knows it's a treat. She likes them the most, but she never leaves an organ and not eat it. So I don't know why your owl does it, and I don't know whether it's the liver or the heart, because I should see it to be able to tell, but I'm not a biologic engineer or something. I don't even know if I would be able to tell if it's the heart or the liver of the chick. But it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, to be honest. Oh, Dark Magic has to pick up his or her sister. Okay, cool. Bye. Say hi to your sister for me. JD says that nickname is adorable. I know. Hi, Teresa. Welcome to this live stream. Oh, Jade, I'm glad you find ironing relaxing because, yeah, I guess that makes it more easy. I just find it boring, and it takes me 15 minutes to iron one shirt, LMF Vlog asks, how do you know you have the length of the jesses correct? Oh, mine are usually 11 centimeters, if that helps. You could also make them longer. There's a difference between flying jesses and normal jesses. Flying jesses are longer because during the flying session, you need to be able to you need to be able to grab them between your fingers. Normal jesses are a bit shorter because you are not flying your owl. It's just sitting on its perch. You don't have to have flying jesses and normal jesses. You can also just have a bit longer jesses. Mine are usually in between 11 and 15 centimeters, so I hope that helps. Marcus, welcome to this live stream. CS Burn Live says, yeah, she seems to leave the hearts. That's what I think. It is not. I think it is not she. Why? Don't know what that means, but Gizmo's mom says, do you leave jesses on all the time, including in the aviary? Yes, I leave the jesses on in the aviary, but not the longer rope, not the long lace, because that can get stuck somewhere and then Lucky might get caught in it and die, which is not the intention. But the best thing is to also remove the jesses. But because I take her out of the aviary often, I leave the jesses. And also, I also leave the, what's it called? I know the Dutch word, not the English word. I have, what's it called? The island thingy that connects the jesses. I leave that on as well, but it's better to leave it off in the aviary, to be honest. So you can totally remove the jesses, so only leave on the anklets. In my opinion, that's best, but if you need to take your owl out every day to fly it, then it's best to leave the jesses on, and even the island thingy, it's just easier. Teresa asks, how old is Lucky? 7 or 8 years old, I forgot. I posted a photo on Facebook saying that we're still besties after 7 years, but it might be 8 already. I am losing count, you guys. Lucky looks cute in the background. Thank you, I see spots. Oops, he's no longer in the background. Yeah, I know. CS Burn Live says, have you tried the Arab jesses or paracord? Oh yeah, I might have mentioned this. No, I haven't. I think you mean the jesses that aren't from leather but made of cord. The word kind of says it, but no, I haven't. Gizmo's mom says, what is the purpose of the swivel? Well, the swivel, that's the word. Right, thank you. The swivel connects the two jesses with each other, so each paw, each leg of your owl is connected to a jess, and then the jesses are connected with the swivel, and then through the swivel you put your long lace. So that is the function of a swivel. Wow, you guys are asking really cool and interesting questions. I'm gonna edit the title of the live stream when we end it, because yeah, this would be really a really good live stream for people who want to learn everything about falconry. Yes, you are being filmed. Big brother. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not using my cell phone this time, so that's why it's a bit less convenient. But I'm expecting a phone call, so that's why I did not want to use my phone. But I feel like this time the live stream is more quality, like the image the pixels or something is more quality, but that might be because of the daylight. Don't know. Are you guys experiencing this as well? Because on my screen, this live stream is really high quality. I hope it stays that way. Gizmo's mom asks, why can't we just put the long lace through the jesses? Good question. I guess you could do that, but I think it's just not very convenient. You would have to make a perfect hole in the two jesses and then pull your long lace through it. I think, to be honest, I think your long lace would easily be, yeah, I think that's the reason. You know, leather kind of stretches after a while, and the knot of your long lace would just escape the leather, if you will, and it would just not be that safe, to be honest, because the way you attach the jesses to the swivel is really secure, is really safe. So I guess it's to avoid that your long lace will be pulled through the leather every time your owl tries to fly off, or when your owl is like biting its jesses or something. Jade says the quality is indeed better. Yay! I'm glad to hear that. Thank you, CS Burm Life, for telling me that the picture looks great. That's awesome. So glad we're doing this live stream, guys. I felt so guilty the past couple of days. I was like, I wanted to do one yesterday, but I was really tired. And I was also thinking, I don't know, what if something comes up? I don't know. Yeah, I'm really glad we're doing it today. Gizmo's mom asks, do you have a water bath in the aviary? I do not, because I was taught in falconry training that you should never leave your owl alone when it's bathing, because it can drown. It happens apparently. So I do sometimes put a bath in the aviary, but I will always be home when I do, and I will always pull out the bath after an hour or so. And I usually bathe Lucky inside the house. So I hope that answers your question. I guess if you put a scale with water in that is not too deep, you can definitely do that, because your owl couldn't drown in it. I do have to mention though that owls do not need to drink water. In nature they will sip water occasionally when they have the chance, but they get their fluids from their prey. They metabolize the fat of the prey into water, so they absolutely do not need water to survive. Gizmo's mom asks, can they drown in shallow water? Yes, they can, apparently, but I mean, if it's a really flat scale and it's just like this little bit of water, I mean, come on, who can drown in that? So that would be okay, I guess. Gizmo's mom says, Gizmo drinks almost every day. Well, this amazes me, and I'm asking you a question. Do you mean drinking or just sipping the water and cleaning its beak? Because people tend to think that Lucky drinks when she's bathing, but actually she's just sipping the water, and she uses it to clean her beak because she really likes to have a clean face and beak. She hates it when something is on her face, so she will just sip the water and then clean her beak. Yeah, Gizmo's mom replies, sipping a few times. In my opinion, this is not really drinking. It's a bit of drinking, but like it's not really drinking, you know? CS Burn Life says, I was wondering why I haven't seen my bird drinking. I was starting to get a bit worried. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Philippe. Welcome to this live stream. Hello, vegan. Do you give mice for Lucky or just ducks? What are ducks? Oh, you mean ducks? You mean one-day-old chicks? I give mice to Loki during winter, so I mainly give one-day-old chicks. I give her one-day-old chicks every day, and then during winter there will be a period where I give her, for example, I'll just give you guys an example. Like Monday, I will give her two one-day-old chicks. Tuesday, two one-day-old chicks and one mouse, an adult mouse. Wednesday, I will give her two mice and one baby mouse. Thursday, two one-day-old chicks and one baby mouse. Friday, one big rat. Saturday, three one-day-old chicks. Sunday, also three one-day-old chicks. This is not a specific feeding schedule. It's just an example, and I wouldn't recommend doing it all of a sudden. Like the example of 1 week I just mentioned, you build up to it. So during winter, you're gonna bring your owl to its full weight, and this is also the time where you're gonna give it more power food, like mice and rats, baby mice, baby rats, adult mice, adult rats. But you're gonna build it up, because I've known falconers who've ended up with a dead bird because all of a sudden they stuffed their owl with mice and rats, and the owl couldn't handle it and it just dropped dead, which is very sad. So you always build it up, and yeah, that's how I do it. And I don't do it like all winter long. When my owl reaches its full weight, I will keep it at its full weight for a week or two, and then I will, when it's, I will try to lower the weight again slowly, and then when it becomes spring, I'll definitely bring my owl to its flying weight, which is even a lower weight, and I'll start flying training again. So, yeah. I'm not saying that you can't give your owl a mouse or a rat during summer, not at all. If you feel like it's necessary, then go ahead, go and do it, go for it. Nothing wrong with it. Just, I consider mice and rats as extra vitamins, so whenever you feel like your owl needs it, you can give it. I just would not recommend giving mice and rats to your owl every day. Jade says winter is coming. Are you referring to Games of Thrones? Who watches Games of Thrones? I love that series. Gizmo's mom asks, will she eat 3 chicks? Wow, yeah, she will. When she's at her full weight, or when she's going to her full weight, she will even eat 4 one-day-old chicks. She says, yes, yes, bitch, give me those chicks. LMF Vlog asks, how do you know the full weight? I already explained this, but that's okay. I'll just repeat it. You slowly start to give your owl more and more food. So you build it up day by day. And the moment your owl leaves one of the chicks, like if you give the chicks in the morning, let's say you give 4 one-day-old chicks, and you've been doing this for 2 or 3 weeks, the moment your owl leaves one chick, like you give it in the morning, you wake up the next day and there's still a chick laying there and your owl doesn't even want to touch it, that means that your owl is completely full. You will continue to give your owl those 4 chicks or 3 chicks and a mouse, for example, for another 3 days. If your owl keeps not eating all of the food, then after those 3 to 4 days, you know that it's definitely at its full weight, and then you're gonna weigh it, and that is your owl's full weight for that year, because it might change from year to year. You have to do it every year all over again. So yeah, that's how you know the full weight. And if you want to know the flying weight, you're going to do the opposite. You're slowly going to lower the food intake until your owl gets to a weight where it responds to you immediately when you call it during flying training. So you're going to weigh your owl every day before on an empty stomach, And if that day you fly it and the flying training was like perfect, you know, this is its flying weight. Jade says Game of Thrones seasons 1 to 4 were my absolute favorite. The rest of the seasons were not great in my opinion. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. The last season built up really slowly, I feel. But I still enjoyed it. I think it only took us 3 days to watch it or something. Okay, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to end the live stream. We are live for almost an hour. I'm gonna do some cleaning and stuff because I have to. I folded my laundry. I have to take it upstairs, vacuum and stuff. Oh, Gizmo's mom says no spoilers. Okay, no spoilers, guys. She still has to watch the series apparently. Many kisses back to you, Jade. Guys, thank you for watching. Oh, just one more question and then I'll leave. CS Berm Live asks, will you bring Lucky inside for winter? Take care, thanks. Yes, I will, because otherwise she might get sick and die, because she has always been inside. So yeah, if she would have been an outside owl from the beginning, then no problem. But she has been an inside owl from the beginning, so I cannot leave her outside during winter. Oh, Gizmo's mom, you're so polite. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time, guys. And thank you for the donation. Dark Magic, was it? And Philip Jonas, thank you. And I'll see you in the next live stream. I hope I can do another one tomorrow or just really soon. Okay? Bye, guys. Mwah. Say bye, Lucky. No screech. Silence.